Mark Russell and Steve Pugh conclude their far future set Superman story as the Reticulants go haywire and attack Lexor, prompting Superman and Lois Lane to spring into action to help the planet as Lex Luthor tries to find someone else to put the blame on. Mark Russell wonderfully caps off his funny and action-packed Superman story in a way that reminded me of the Superman stories of old, where the hero would just battle evil robots and stop the mad scientist behind them. Mark injected that great and at times ridiculous Silver and Golden Age Superman feel into the story, along with his usual political humour and hilarious satirical gags really damn well, and it was a wonderful mixture of old and new concepts like the United Planets. Steve Pugh's artwork again was a lot of fun and a little more action-packed than the previous issues were, which I really enjoyed, seeing as his designs for action page layouts were really well done. And he also continued to throw funny little sight gags into the mix that helped Russell's political humour get through a little bit easier, all of which were really funny to find and point out throughout the book. Future State Superman vs. Imperious Lex issue 3 was a great cap-off to this little story and for Future State, mixing classic Superman vs. a villain story beats with Mark Russell's great satirical take on dictators and state-run media. I thoroughly enjoyed this story and it was a fun way to depict the usual Superman vs. Lex Luthor never-ending battle. I'm going to give this issue a 10 out of 10. Future State Superman vs. Imperious Lex issue 3 finds the United Planets discussing Lexor and what they should do about it, but some think they don't need to do anything since Superman disabled the Reticulants and they aren't a problem to anyone but themselves. Others say that they are the ones who wanted to leave and they did, and now they are broke. The Guardian turns talk back to the survey team Lex murdered, and the Thanagarian delegate wants to go back and put the boot around the planet again. Lois, however, says that while she was kidnapped and nearly killed, they never went there because they imagined it was dangerous. They went there because the people of Lexor need help, and they still need it, and before they decide, she wants to hear from her husband. Superman takes to the floor, saying that now their energy crystals are worthless and Lexor's economy has been devastated by it, and soon refugees will start arriving on the United Planet worlds, and they need to be ready to receive them and welcome them with open arms. The other council members wonder why they should do that, since the people killed the survey team and almost killed Superman, so why should they be shown mercy? Superman says that nobody deserves mercy, since that's what makes it mercy. But if they form the United Planets to save worlds from destruction, and every act of mercy saves the world for somebody, and sometimes in showing mercy to others, they save themselves as well. The council vote and decide that Lois and Superman should return to Lexor and inform the people that they are welcome to join the United Planet worlds and bring Lex Luthor to justice. The Guardian says that they will commemorate this moment with a plaque on the rooftop of the building, with Lois sarcastically saying that that's great. The heroes head off, reminded that the United Planets will make no effort on the heroes' behalf should they be captured or killed. Lois and Clark set course for Lexor, but Lois doesn't know how much good this will do. Clark wonders if it's because he only lasts a few minutes under this red sun before his powers go, but Lois says that they should probably come at night because of that, but Superman says it doesn't work like that, since the plants, the rocks, and the whole planet absorbs red sunlight, so he's weakened regardless whether it's night or day, meaning he needs to think of something different. On Lexor, Lex knows he needs to come up with a solution and fast, wondering what he's meant to do with all of the crystals now. He overlooks the people, knowing they are his greatest weapon, so he needs to spin this to keep them on his side. X-99 says that he will stand by the benefactor no matter what, as Lex talks with the people, saying that he is taking full responsibility in finding those to blame. He knows that if Superman wasn't rescued, he wouldn't have copied Lex's crystals, and had Lois Lane not escaped, she wouldn't have rescued Superman, and they would be rolling in credits by now. X-99 fawns over Lex, wondering if his creation is an act of love on Lex's part, or was he created in order to be loved? The droid loses himself in his thoughts, but is snapped out of them when Lex blames him for helping Superman and Lois in front of the people, sentencing him to be exiled from the planet forever. X-99 is exiled to the moon, where he tries to think of why the benefactor would do this, knowing that he would have to have a good reason for for it. He knows for however long he is on the moon, he will try and spend it to show Lex what he's worthy of as the droid comes across the deactivated Reticulants. Lex meanwhile goes to the new studio, learning the average income for the people has dropped by 20,000 credits, but Lex says that it's actually risen by that much, and before he was there was no money on the planet whatsoever, so surely the income has risen since then. Lex says the news isn't about facts, it's about comparisons, and if the truth looks bad, then compare it to something even worse, since people don't care so much about where they are as where they think they are taking them. The news reports what Lex tells it to as the people celebrate while Lex talks with the new X-99, thinking about Plato's cave and explaining the philosopher's theory, saying that they live in a cave where all they are shown is illusions and shadows that are but vague imitations of reality, and as they challenge their assumptions and grow, they come out of the cave and see the world for the first time as it really is. Lex thinks, however, Plato had it backwards, and they don't emerge from the cave into the truth of the world. They start in reality, and with each day, they move deeper into the dark warmth of the cave, until they become comfortable with the shadows on the wall. They forget about the outside world. X-99 meanwhile reactivates the Reticulants, thinking now Lexor will be rich all thanks to him, and Lex will be pleased. The Reticulants ask who the benefactor is, so X-99 tells them, saying that he taught them to harvest wealth and bring it to Lexor from the Outer Rim. The robots can't find that in their directives, rebooting to their basic functions as they board their ship, finding a nearby target to harvest. The target being Lexor. Lois and Clark meanwhile arrive on Lexor's moon, intending on reprogramming the Reticulants, since once it's done, they should be able to place Lex under arrest on their own and they can land on the planet and take everyone who wants to leave. Arriving in the spot that Superman left the Reticulants, the couple find that they are gone and Lois realizes where they are headed. Down on Lexor, the people are attacked by the Reticulants, who begin their harvest mode. Lex meanwhile has a beauty treatment interrupted, learning from the new X-99 that robots are attacking around the cities. Lex finds that utter nonsense, learning these robots are stripping Lexor's cities bare and are moving towards the capital. Lex realizes that these are the Reticulants, knowing he programmed them to harvest off-world, so why are they here? He tells his robot to deny everything and there is no robot invasion unless he says so. The news reports as much, saying the robot raiders are only rumors and they don't actually believe them as people are still attacked by the Reticulants in their own homes. Lex comes up with an idea as the people call for help, so Superman and Lois answer the call. Superman knows they need to act fast since his powers are waning under the red sun, but they find the city is in complete disarray. Lois says that she'll go to the broadcast station and send out their message to the people as Superman fights the Reticulants. Lex arrives in his power armor, battling the robots as X-99 tries to get them to stop, since he never intended this to happen to the Reticulants. Lex sees Superman, knowing that the hero is like a foot cramp and just won't go away. People wonder what's happening as they find one of their destroyed Reticulants, seeing Lex was the one who made them thanks to the panel on it saying as much, making them think that he made them attack them. X-99 tries to get the Reticulants to stop destroying their home, but they have no memory of the planet or of Lex, adding more people to their labor pool. Superman rescues one of the people as Lois arrives at Lex News, telling the reporter they have one chance not to go down with the ship and she thinks they should take it. The people realize that Superman saved one of them from the robots as Lex smashes the hero in the face, saying Superman just can't stay away and can't let him have this one thing. Superman says that this isn't Lex's planet and the people aren't his toys to play with. Clark knows Lex's bodyguards aren't around now and he's still strong, so Lex is coming with him now. Lex knows that Superman couldn't possibly be stupid enough to come back to the planet a third time and not think that he would be prepared for the hero this time. Lex activates his new weapon made out of the crystals he couldn't sell, which amplify the red sun radiation, allowing Lex to smash the weakened Superman in the face and actually hurt him. Lois meanwhile broadcasts her message saying that they aren't members of the United Planets and were taught to fear them, but she knows that the people, despite what they were told, know this isn't right and there has to be a better way of life, and for those who feel like that, they are there to help. The people learn that they can get off the planet with Lois and Clark as Lex stomps on Superman, saying that he's going to make a rug out of him. The alien that Superman saved before rushes into the battle, showing the people that Lex is a liar and these are his robots that are attacking them and Superman saved them. Superman knows that every dictatorship excels at grabbing things, but eventually they take so much that it collapses under its own weight, but sometimes it needs a little push. The people knock over the crystal weapon, allowing Superman to get the upper hand on Luthor, telling him that he's failed as he hits Lex into the crystals, smashing them all to bits. X-99 comes to his master's aid, hoping Superman won't hurt him since he's still his creator and he still loves him, so they will surrender and suffer the same fate together. Later on, Lois and Clark head home with Lex and X-99 in custody. Lex says that Superman may believe he's won, but Lex Luthor will never admit defeat. X-99 asks who he's trying to convince, since while he's ruled Lexor, it was a small planet, but it was still a world unto itself. The droid says that the cell they are in is like a world of its own as well, just much smaller, and it doesn't matter how big his world is, so long as he has a place in it, X-99 has never been happier. Lex sarcastically says that that's great, as they are rocketed to Earth to be imprisoned by the United Planets.